Have you ever wondered how many words you type in a typical day? All those texts and emails add up. You may be typing 3,000, 6,000, or even 10,000 words a day. Imagine if you could be more secure by typing a couple more words. My name is pwned, and I work as an information technology management consultant. I love solving tough problems, and did you know that passwords are IT's dirty little secret? They're cheap and easy to put in place, but they're often badly implemented. I'm looking at you, LinkedIn. I've researched this topic, and some websites have cryptic password rules. To frustrate you more, they only tell you what the rules are after you get them wrong. Don't you find that annoying? It's easy to reject any password that's in the top million hacked passwords, but most websites don't even do that. So the first thing to know is that your password should never, ever be a single word or name. I recommend that you use multiple words, and I call that a fast phrase. It's also known as a passphrase. So it's just a couple of extra words that may be a little inconvenient, but it makes you more secure. Now, to be fair...
Well, to be fair...
Oh, don't say to be fair. I hate when people say to be fair. It sounds like, to be fair.
To be fair.
Well, to be fair.
Most systems are not secure. Hackers have gotten into Yahoo, banks, Equifax, and even secret nuclear weapons programs. So your fast phrase is your first line of defense, and sometimes it's your only defense. So let's find out if hackers already know your password. Go to haveibeenowned.com. In video games, getting owned means that you've been defeated. It's spelled with a P due to a typo in a game that stuck around, and I'll include a link in the show notes. So I'm entering my email address, and I see that my account was hacked at 4 different websites that we know of. That means hackers stole account data from those companies. They then figured out what password I was using on each of those sites, along with the passwords of millions of other people. So you can try it out with your own email address. And you can also type in your actual password to see if it's known. But if you do that, then change it to a fast phrase. Now, to be fair...
To be fair.
You may not care if you get hacked. It's unlikely anyone is going to target you personally, unless you're in an abusive relationship or running for president. But can I tell you a story? I grew up in a ghost town, and in winter, the temperature gets as low as -40. And at -40, it can be hard to get the car started. So my dad would leave the car idling, unlocked, with the keys in the ignition while we went shopping. And so my dad never had a password in his entire life, but if he did, it would have been 1, 2, 3, 4. So one day we heard of a kid who stole a car for a joyride, and he ended up getting his friends and himself killed. And because of tragedies like that, Dad started locking the car. Some law agencies will fine the owner for leaving a car unlocked. But cars still get stolen, kids still die in joyrides. And as good citizens, we lock our cars to help reduce tragedies. Now, to be fair, no one is going to die if you get hacked. Probably. It's a nuisance, though. Hackers can use your account to do damage to other people and to your reputation. So fast phrases make the internet more secure for you and your friends. And when hackers get into your Yahoo email, they may spam all your friends next. Now, I know what you're thinking. If fast phrases are so great, how come your bank doesn't allow it? Why do they make the password box so wide and then limit you to 6 characters? Why are you forced to use numbers, lowercase, uppercase, and a symbol? Well, the answer is that the National Institute of Standards and Technology came up with that. And they've since apologized for offering poor advice, but it persists. However, your password is not the only security measure that the the banks have in place. Your connection is secure. The green password padlock is a sign that HTTPS is working. Your bank also watches for unusual activity. If they get hacked, they'll be held responsible for your losses. Plus, it's a crime that law enforcement will investigate and prosecute. Would you like to see how long it would take to hack your password? Let's go to howsecureismypassword.net. I've seen IT administrators use weak password for the most important accounts in the business. It's one of the first things that I check when I take on a new client. And some people use leet speak, substituting numbers and symbols for letters. For example, I'm typing in $$W0RD. That's hard for a human to guess, but easy for a computer to break. 19 minutes is all it takes. That's why I recommend fast phrases. The difficulty in hacking a fast phrase increases exponentially. So it's like that with length. Let's look at some examples. I'm entering Mary Had a Little. 51 years to hack. Not bad. Easy for me to remember and to type, but we can do better. I'm adding lamb. 23 million years. That's what I like to see. Mary Had a Little Lamb is easier to say and to type than $$W0RD. You see, it's more secure and convenient to use a fast phrase than a short cryptic password. You can use your fast phrase to remind you to do things. For example, walk around the office, then go do that. Windows takes a while to boot up anyway, and it feels like 1 trillion years if you sit there and watch it. How about I exercise every morning? Unbelievable. 861 quadrillion years? Or you could use song lyrics. I was lightning, or the thunder. Well, now we're getting silly. 27 undecillion years? No, those numbers are just rough estimates, but you get the idea. 3 or 4 words, a fast phrase, is a more secure choice. You could make your fast phrase something that is embarrassing, so that you're less likely to tell someone else what it is. With a simple fast phrase, your accounts become far more difficult to hack. So use fast phrases where you have to type them in yourself, like your Windows password. The second thing to know is that it's best to use a different password for every single website. Do not use the same password for Yahoo as you do for your bank. That would be bad. Now, I know what you're thinking. How can I possibly remember a different password for every website I use? Don't even try. That's what I say. Don't even try. I recommend you use a password manager. It's software that creates and enters a unique password for every website. And you can use an open source program such as KeePass, which is excellent. There are commercial programs such as Dashlane and LastPass, and they offer free versions that are easy to use. I'll include a link to those in the show notes. So let's recap. 1, where you have to type them in yourself, enter fast phrases instead of passwords. 2, use a different password for every website. And 3, use a password manager to enter your website passwords for you. So fast phrases are the first step in securing your accounts. You can also switch to the Tor browser. If you're targeted by a well-funded, advanced, persistent threat, they're going to get you. But you can make it more costly for them, and maybe they'll move on to a softer target. And that reminds me, put a Post-it note over your webcam. You never know who's watching. That's a real thing. So my thanks to all my clients over the years who've asked lots of great security questions. And would you do me a favor? Click on the picture in the corner to subscribe to my channel, because that's helpful. Click on the thumbs up button, which is down here, if you learned something new. And thank you for watching. Be seeing you.
That's fairly interesting. This is the What to Know Show with your host, Peter Wayland.